Protests and anger today in Baltimore following the death of another African-American man while in police custody. It is the latest incident spotlighting issues of race and police use of force. Earlier this month, police arrested 25-year-old Freddie Gray. Now, according to court documents, Gray fled unprovoked when he saw police. A bystander captured his arrest on video.
Look broke, look at his leg. Look at his leg. That boy's leg look broke. His leg broke and y'all dragging him like that.
Now, in that video, we see Gray limping. We even hear him crying out in pain at one point, and it's unclear as to whether or not he was protesting his arrest or if he was, in fact, injured. He was put in the police van, but what we do know is that before he reached the police station, paramedics were called and Gray was taken to the hospital with a severed spinal cord and crushed voice box. He never made it to the police station, Joe. He had to be taken to the hospital. He died a week later from his injuries. This entire incident is now the subject of a Justice Department investigation looking into what happened during the arrest and what happened during that police van ride to the police station.
Horrible, horrible scene here, horrible situation. It doesn't look good for the police when you look at this video. It does look as though there has been some serious crime that has happened right there and then. Of course, we don't know yet. Further investigation will hopefully reveal whether the damage done to his neck was done during his arrest in the van or at an earlier time in the day. We'll have to wait for further results of the autopsy, perhaps. In the meanwhile, though, what's really interesting is how the public has responded to this, because as yet, we don't know the answers. Yet the protests show that the public has totally lost faith in the police. And you can't really blame them when there's been the situations recently with Ferguson, with Eric Garner. And it just does show that we have a huge problem in our society right now with the public just not having any faith in the police investigating its own crimes.
Exactly. And to that point, it should be mentioned that the mayor of Baltimore has also given her support, saying that she wants the Justice Department to come in and investigate this situation further. Here's what she said when she saw the video. She said that Mr. Gray was, quote, dragged a bit, but then you see him using his legs to get into the van, so he was able-bodied when he was in the van. And we know that when he was finally taken out of the van, he was unresponsive. And that's Stephanie Rawlings Blake, the mayor of Baltimore. But able-bodied may just be wishful thinking on the mayor's part. According to Gray's family attorney, his spinal cord was 80% severed at the neck. Now, according to doctors who spoke to the Baltimore Sun, the kind of force required to inflict that kind of injury is the kind of force that one would find in a car collision, major trauma. So something clearly happened to this young man either during the arrest or in the back of the police van. It should be mentioned too that according to police reports, officers said that Gray was taken into custody without incident and without force. This video doesn't show the whole picture, but it does seem to contradict some of the findings or some of the revelations from those police reports.
That kind of impact, that kind of force is murder. It's going to be a long, drawn-out case. At the moment, at this stage, we don't know exactly what happened, but one thing that has come to light is that apparently he was calling for medical help. He was requesting an inhaler, he was having trouble breathing, and he was asking for medical assistance, and at the very least, whether the police really did do this damage or whether the damage was done prior, at the very least, they did not take his requests for medical help seriously, and that in itself is a really big issue. Additionally, it's interesting, again, this will go back to the subject of police investigations. Can they investigate their own? There is a need for outside agencies to come in and investigate these internal crimes. Body cams is something that's been coming to light recently in these cases. And here we have an example of where a body cam could, if the police are found to be innocent, actually help the police as well as the victim.
Absolutely, and we've seen that body cams can be effective, and we've also seen that just like citizen bystander video, they might not necessarily show the whole picture, but you're absolutely right, I couldn't agree with you more. a body cam in this situation certainly would seem to illuminate the details of this terrible situation a little bit more clearly. Well, it should be noted, too, that the 6 officers involved in this arrest have been suspended with pay pending the outcome of the investigation by Internal Affairs of the Baltimore Police Department and the FBI Civil Justice Division. Let us know what you think about this crime, or this case. Do you think that a crime was committed, and do you think that the police used excessive force, or is there just not enough information based on the video we have available to us? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe to us. You're watching the Lip News.